How's it going, you guys? Coach Hudson here, and today we're going to talk about why people hit plateaus. These are very common things that a lot of people run into, and we're going to address them and talk about how you can get past them if you tend to run at any of these, no matter what your fitness goals are. We'll talk about if your goal is to gain strength, gain muscle, lose fat, increase endurance, whatever it is. So first one is movement. Very simply, focus on your quality of movement. So if your goal is to get a heavier snatch or a more consistent snatch, obviously you'd want to have a lighter weight and practice it until it feels more natural. It's less hit or miss if you get the lift or not. Maybe you suck at running. Have someone record you run, and maybe your movement when it comes to running is not very efficient. You're kind of flat-footed, you're all over the place, you're swinging your arms side to side. This can be done with any single movement, no matter what it is, whether it be with a barbell, whether it be body weight. Assess how you are moving, and that could be a big part of just your mobility. Maybe you need to focus on better movement patterns because you are just not able to get a better position, so you have to focus on, before you even touch that barbell or do your exercises, is to, okay, how do I address my ankles, my shoulders, my back, so I can hit those positions more optimally and be more consistent with my movement. Next is lack of variety. So sometimes we follow a certain strength program, or maybe we just go to a gym that always does the same bench, squat, deadlift every single week, and it seems like we're getting stuck and we're not really hitting any PRs recently. Find some variety you can throw into the program, or find a different program entirely to kind of twist things up, get a different stimulant, and then see more progress that way. So maybe instead of doing back squats all the time, you're doing front squats, you're doing Bulgarian split squats, you're doing Cossack squats. Add some variety to the movements, so that way you're stimulating your body in a different way than normal, taxing your muscles differently, going through different movement patterns, thus causing your body to have to adapt and grow. Next is under recover. People like to say overtrained a lot. That word's slowly starting to get phased out, because you only train for 1, 2, maybe 3 hours a day if you're trying to be really good at a certain sport or activity. But for most of us, we train an hour or two a day. So it's very hard to spend, 8% of your day doing something and then say, oh, you're doing too much of it. So really what it comes down to is just not recovering enough to keep progressing and get ready for the next day, and make sure the next day is optimal and you're able to hit your workouts effectively. So make sure you are getting plenty of sleep. The average person says, oh, I'm fine with 5 hours of sleep. If you are someone, especially if you're someone that works out consistently 4, 5, maybe 6 days a week, you need to be sleeping at least 8 hours a night. This is a hard one for me to focus on, but I try to make sure I'm getting as much sleep as possible every single night, especially if I know I'm training the next day or I'm going to have a really intense day at training. Next, nutrition. Are you eating burgers and pizza and french fries every single meal? If that's the case, no wonder. Your body's not getting the proper nutrients it needs to help recover, replenish, and get ready to be energized for the next workout. So focus on, make sure you're getting plenty of vegetables, eat lean meats, eat very complex carbs, that you're not just stuffing yourself with a bunch of french fries and sugary foods. Try to eat wholesome foods that are going to fill you up faster, and you don't have to eat as much concentrated junk food. Lastly is just rest. Some people are addicted to working out, they're addicted to the gym, addicted to running, and want to do it 7 days a week. And I have to tell those kind of athletes, stop what you're doing, take tomorrow off, go for a jog, go for a hike, take your dog to the beach, do something outside where you're still, active, you're still getting blood flow, you're still moving your body, not just staying stagnant, sitting in a chair on your couch all day long. Allow your body to rest, because it's not doing any intensive exercise or getting your heart rate up too high. Something just to get the body moving, maybe a little bit sweaty, but nothing too crazy. So that way, not only is your body feeling better for the next day when you do go back to the gym, but it's allowing you kind of to just slow down, relax, and still be excited to work out. Because if you just keep running yourself into the wall, and then all of a sudden you're not seeing any PRs and you're kind of just in a rut, then it makes the gym not fun. Next is intensity. So let's say you are hitting all these top 3 things so far, but you're still not seeing any PRs or any new numbers on your lifts. If that's the case, then maybe you are just not hitting your workouts with enough intensity. People love to say, oh, I was in the gym again for 3 or 4 hours today and I crushed it. But then if you're doing 4 hours of work, how hard are you really pushing yourself during those 4 hours? Maybe you need to cut it back. Maybe you only work out as half as much that day, or maybe add another rest day somewhere during that week. But when you go to the gym, it's with a purpose. You're going to push yourself, you're going to make sure you are hitting the percentages prescribed, or you're trying to hit new numbers, or whatever it is. You're not just doing the same thing every single day. Really make sure you are getting the most out of every single time you are in the gym, and then you will probably see progress there. Lastly is knowledge. There is so much you can look up online for different things, but if you just haven't had the experience of whatever movement it is. Maybe you've looked up everything there's possibly know about snatches and you're trying them all, but it just doesn't seem to stick. Maybe you need the experience of an expert who's been there, done that, worked with plenty of athletes that have the same issue as you to help you then move past this plateau that you're experiencing. So maybe find a coach that you can pay for a month. Maybe just find someone online you can send a video to and get some consultations on your movement or your lifts or your workout programs. Whatever it is, see if someone else that has more experience than you, more knowledge than you, can assess where you're at currently with your fitness or your program and see if they can kind of tweak some things to therefore allow you to see more progress and not be stuck or stagnant. So these are the 5 things I recommend you assess if you feel like you are about to or you are stuck somewhere in your fitness journey, because there's nothing more frustrating just working hard in the gym but you're not seeing the results. So make sure you put these 5 in place if you're hitting a plateau and you are most likely going to break past it and hit new goals in the gym.